Welcome to the Kyzen booth here at Apex. I'm joined by Tom Forsythe, Director of Marketing.
Afternoon, Trevor.
Yes. So a couple of new things here this week, I believe. First of all, we've got a new chemistry for cleaning under low standoffs, the A4638.
Absolutely. The 4638 was really developed to address a new segment of the market. Mm-hmm. For years, people have been using water-soluble fluxes and obviously cleaning them with water, hence the name. Mm-hmm. But what's the combination of their product design and the continuing expansion of lead-free is creating a situation where water cannot penetrate those tight gaps, right. Particularly on larger devices. So over the course, R&D started some time ago because we saw this trend emerging, mm-hmm. and the product was really introduced sometime in the last year. I forget exactly when it was mm-hmm. launched, and it's gotten great reviews because again, it's optimized for that challenge. People that are cleaning, they're used to cleaning with water, which is 0% concentration, right. Of course, if you're the cleaning agent fellow. Mm-hmm. So they're not particularly eager for some very big number in that percent concentration. They want something that's targeted just to meet their needs, mm-hmm. not necessarily a general purpose product like 4625 that'll clean everything under the sun.
Right.
So that's what we've done here is optimize develop the specialty formula to meet that need, and it's doing quite well. The customers really like it. It's meeting that need, and we're helping them get through things.
Good. So basically, with these lead-free fluxes, you need something a little bit stronger than just water.
Well, the temperatures are high, and recognize that the challenges people have with complex assemblies are, the reflow. They try to follow that reflow profile, but they've got to make sure that the coolest part on the assembly follows the reflow profile.
Right.
And with densities and things, that's it's not always even across that board due to the design. Mm-hmm. And when you have parts that need a little more heat, mm-hmm. well, everybody else gets a little more heat too.
So what sort of concentrations would you use it at?
They're generally in the single digits, mm-hmm. and so which is very the value equation is terrific, mm-hmm. because again what we're doing is we're avoiding scrap.
Right.
And scrap has all the costs mm-hmm. and zero revenue,
right.
which is just disaster, right? So so this really fits a nice need out in the marketplace mm-hmm. to help people improve their operations.
Great. Now, for some time now, Kyzen's been involved also in engineering products, and it's something that you pretty much keep under the radar, or you have done.
We have, and it sort of emerges from time to time. Our engineering group, we've always believed that's an element of customer service. Customer service isn't just going over and looking over things and saying, well, gee, you should think about this or that. In many ways, it's rolling up your sleeves and helping them do things. Mm-hmm. And so we've had an engineering team for pretty much all of the last 20 years. And what they've been able to do is a variety of things. We've got a few products, our automated process control systems. Mm-hmm. There's nigh on 100 of those scattered around the world, and they've been working wonderfully for years and evolving through different generations and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Some demisters and those things. But probably the biggest value adder is when customers have problems, they've got some sort of tragedy has hit their operation, and our guys parachute in there and they make it right.
Right.
It's not the drum that caused the problem; it's some mechanical issue, mm-hmm. and we resolve it for them. And those are folks that our customers remember their first names very well. They enjoy working with them and they know their capabilities.
But you get involved in these things when is it not the machine vendor who would normally go in there to do that?
Well, it can, but it's also the case of sometimes it's just more complicated than that. There's exhaust issues or this and that, and the customers, let's face it, lean means less people, mm-hmm. and less people start with the technical staff generally because they tend to be expensive people because they're so talented. Well, those folks are really stretched, being that systems integrator guy, mm-hmm. which is the job of the process engineer, really, much more challenging to do these days because they have so much on their plate. So we often fall into that role of being that systems integrator for them. It's a real value add for, on the customer service side.
It certainly is, and it's just interesting to talk about that side of the business. The process control system, which you say you've got over 100 in the field, that's doing real-time analysis of the bath.
Absolutely, it's monitoring the bath because today the most common technology are aqueous materials that are mostly water mixed with some concentrated cleaning material, mm-hmm. and maintaining that balance is is important.
Right.
You know, if it's supposed to be 12%, you know, it ought not be 5, it ought not be 50, it ought to be 12.
Right.
And so monitoring on a real-time basis, making those adjustments, adding either chemistry or water, depending on the case may be, is a real value add, because then again, you're avoiding system upsets.
Right.
You're operating just where you're supposed to be, and problems go away. You don't create problems.
Right.
So it's been a very valuable tool for many of our customers over the years, and we continue to do some new developments in that area. We look for some new generations of things coming out over the next year or so. It's like I say, as we were preparing for the show this year, we said, gosh, you know, so many customers rely on our engineering team to do this and that. Let's you know, they'll certainly, you know, shake, you know, nod their head when they hear about this. Let's make sure some other folks do it, because it's uncommon.
Right.
You know, everyone's lean's not just affected our customers. You know, lean's affected all of we and our fellow suppliers.
Well, I think it's very important now that, you know, you maintain the balance in these chemistries and baths, because very often if the concentrate goes too high the wrong way, you don't really find the problem until it's out in the field.
That's right. I mean, but being, you know, it's like Goldilocks. Too hot and too cold can both cause different problems.
Right.
So, you know, we want it to be just right, and that's what it allows us to do. Maintains the concentration in a nice tight range. Everything just sails on. It's a beautiful thing, and you know, customers love them when you know quite often they'll want to try one out to see, and they never let it go.
Right.
Because so many of their problems disappear. It's a great tool, and like I say, it's become an international tool. You know, we've customers throughout the world that are using those very successfully.
Great. Well, thanks for giving us the update, and they've got the process control systems that you should talk about as well. This is Trevor Galbraith reporting for Global SMT on the Kyzen booth.